Dads are like chocolate chip cookies. They have chips in them, they're nutty, but you know what? They're sweet and they make the world a better place. Today on the Millennial Mom Show, we have a dad in the house. And you can guess, I'm all smiley. I am excited about this one. It is going to be fun and you're going to love it. And before I get all excited, it's me, Tolu, the Millennial Mom, and I'm still your host on the Millennial Mom Show. So sit back, relax, and we'll be back shortly. Welcome back. As I said earlier, I have a dad in the house today. Whoop whoop! On my hot seat is a single dad of two beautiful daughters, and he is doing what we moms do, and he's also doing what dad do. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna let him talk himself because I know this is going to be fun because this is somebody that I've known for a long time, and I know that I think he has all the juicy stuff to tell you guys. So yes, hello, Dr.
How is it?
Hi. When you have that side smile, it's like, hi, Tolu. Am I lying? Yeah. Okay, I was going to introduce you to my audience, and then I'm thinking, why am I doing all the talking? Let me leave you to do the talking yourself. So hi, Dr. Please introduce yourself to my amazing millennial moms out there.
Right. So my name is Dr.
Okay.
And I'm a girl dad.
All right.
Yeah. And yeah. So
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's about.
You know, if you don't tell me, I would ask you. So it's fine. It's fine.
Right.
I don't know if Dotton's been shy, but I don't think so because this is somebody that I've known for a long time, and you know, we talk like almost every time. So that's why I said, come and talk this talk. Come and come and talk this talk here.
Right.
So I'm going to dive right into it because you already said earlier, my name is Dotun. I'm a girl dad. So, Dotun, you have two beautiful daughters. You said you're a girl dad. How did that happen?
Well, yeah, I mean, life happens,
Okay.
and most of it is that I'm blessed to have girls, and I've had the opportunity. I think it's a great opportunity to be given such a huge responsibility to be a caretaker for two solid humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I think life just happened, and I took it by the horn, and yeah, and
Okay.
here we are.
Okay, so you know, I think with women, there's always this mental preparation. Oh, I'm having a boy, so I'm going to do what kind of boy? Did you, when your partner was pregnant, did you know you were having girls? Did you mentally prepare for two girls? You know, like, oh, I'm going to be like this. I'm going to do it like this. How did you mentally prepare yourself for that?
So I had all the usual anxieties, you're right,
Normal.
and one thing I was sure about was I wasn't going to let them down,
Okay.
and that was basically my driving force. You know,
Okay.
it practically determined how I made decisions and how I sort of like handle stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I just had that at the back of my mind. I had that premise, like, okay, I had to do right by them, you know. And so that was what pretty much just drove everything, and you know, allowed the cards or the tiles to fall in the right places for me. Yeah.
Okay. So I always say this on my show. The Millennial Mom Show is a no judgment zone.
Right.
But everyone's wondering why you have a dad on the show. How did you become a single dad? How come you are by yourself with your two amazing girls and just doing it?
Right. So okay.
Because that's why we're having here, because it's almost like,
Right.
okay, yes, you're doing what my moms out there are doing,
Right.
and you're doing what a dad is doing at the same time,
Right,
and it's
yeah.
like, how did you get there?
So well, yeah, I mean, it was pretty much a situation where I was with someone, and
Okay.
you know, out of respect for each other, we sort of just decided to do things differently.
Okay.
Right. And so pretty much that was how it happened.
Okay.
And yeah, on the other part, I had a brother
Okay.
whom I lost at some point, and
Okay.
already had a daughter, and yeah, so she became my second. So pretty much how
Oh,
it all
so
happened.
you have, okay, you
Yeah.
lost your daughter, and then you adopted your brothers. Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So I think I understand now how you happen to, get here, and I'm sure a lot of people then understand. So it's like, I think they'll probably understand how the story is going to them. So what's your relationship with both girls? How do you girls?
They're about 7 and 5. Yeah.
Okay. What's your relationship like with the girls?
So yeah, I mean,
like, are you like you're saying, God, are you cool dad or daddy today?
I'm a mix of everything.
Do you see? Like, oh, that is back. Oh.
Yeah, I'm a mix of everything.
Okay.
I'm a mix of. So I have this routine that it's so cool that sometimes when I'm out, this little humans literally track me down, and
as they should.
And they call me, tell me exactly where you are. You know, how far is that from home, right?
Okay.
And sometimes when I get home, they're waiting by the gate, and they have this funny dance, and they start dancing and singing my name, and we have this vibe thing that we have going on, and so we're pretty much cool folks. Yeah, we interact, and when it needs to be serious, we do get serious, and when they need to get their homework done right, we get stern, but when it's time to play, we literally just go all out, so, and you know that it's a different time we are right now. People try to raise kids different. I've had some of my older relatives say to me like, you should, dad and daughter shouldn't be this close, and so but then it's a different thing. All that matters is build a relationship and make them know that you're always there for them, no matter what. So yeah. Okay.
There's a very very important question that always pops up when I have talks with single moms, or when I relate with single moms, and it's always the the struggles of doing it by yourself. Like how, so is it the same with you? Do you have your, which is like let me use the word challenges. Like there's some things that, like you said, family.
Right.
Yeah. What are the challenges that you face being a single dad?
I wouldn't say there are challenges for me.
Come on, daughter.
Life
is full of challenges.
Per se, right? And I'm gonna be open. It's a male privilege, to be honest with you. I'm gonna admit it. Yeah, I think because I'm a guy, I wouldn't say there are a lot of challenges, because life tends to be partial, and they judge us men less than women.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yeah, so with me, it's been sort of not exactly a walk in the park, but then not so stressful. I have times where I get stressed out, and I just want to disappear and just go somewhere else.
Like us too.
I tell you, it's no jokes, but I have those moments too. But then I have a fantastic support system.
Which I was going to go to, because I'm like, this one they're talking about walking the path. What's your support staff like? Because when women tell me, oh, I'm okay, I'm doing well, I'm just like, sister, give me the juice. Like, what is your support staff like?
Oh well, my support system starts with their mothers.
Good. Now, thank you.
Right.
I said staff, and you said support system. So thank you for correcting me. Please continue.
So yeah, it starts with the mothers.
Okay.
We have a fantastic relationship.
Great.
Right, and and they're always at their best when it comes to being present. They're part of every decision that we make, regarding them. And and we have a very cordial relationship. We're literally family. It's just that we have done things differently than what the society expects. Right, yeah. So then family is, as a Nigerian family, it takes a while for them to come to terms with reality of where you are.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. But then after a while, things start to settle, and then everybody finds their place and tries their best to show love and support, basically. Yeah. Okay.
That I totally understand, because I realized that our millennials have decided to take, they decided to take their life into their own hands, do it however way they want to do. I don't think our parents had that privilege. They would just be like, oh, what would this person say? What would that person say? But another question, one thing I noticed that happens, I don't know, it happens with when there are two parents involved, but I think it mostly happens when there's one parent involved. Do you think you overindulge your kids being a single parent.
Right, yeah.
Because maybe just look at, oh, their mom's not here, let me just give them this. What I would normally say, no, you can't have a drink, and that's fine. Do you think you do that to just butter them up?
There are always
them?
times that you have to compensate when you find
So
yourself in that
you're
situation.
admitting yes.
I am admitting because it's true, because I've had one of the girls say to me, oh, it wouldn't have been so if my mom was around, you know. So then, I mean, you know,
does it make you feel weird?
Yeah, well, no, not really, because I have.
You have something to.
No, I laughed it off. I was like, I would have loved it if my dad was around too. You know?
Shady much?
Well, you have to let them know from the beginning.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty much what it is, you know, and we just try as much as possible to create a balance, you know. Yeah, it happens, you slip here and there, but then as long as you're being objective and you're being careful to realize when you cross the line or when you're causing a damage, then you're pretty much good. Yeah.
Okay. I like the way you touched on it, because I was expecting that at a point you just be like, oh no. But you know what? We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll come and talk about all the juicy bits. I like the juicy bits. So please stay with us and we'll be right back. Welcome back, and I'm still here in the studio with Ade Dotun, our single dad that has come and give us a little bit of spice to our regular mom show. So yes, Dotun, I am back with you, and you know what? I was going to take it to the fun part, but then I want to quickly touch on something.
Right.
What's your take on discussing loss with kids? Because you said that you lost your brother and now you have his daughter, and I know she's young, but what's your take? When would you approach that topic? When do you think is ideal? This is just a general topic, because you are in that place right now. Somebody out there might be watching and something like that's happening, has broken them down. They're trying to deal with it, and then they're like, how do I then relay this message to this child?
Truth is, there's no template really. There's no manual for these things, because first off, you as an individual, you need to come to terms with the loss. Yeah. And that takes a while, and for you to be able to walk someone else through that, you need to have done that yourself, you know. So, and for everyone, it takes different length of time, you know. There's no yardstick to it. So for me, if you need to because you know at that point you're responsible for a lot of things.
Absolutely.
So you need to find ways to deal with your grief, right? Come to terms with it, and then in subtle terms, you know, subtle ways, try and make your child or the little one understand what's going on in, you know, in simple stories and ways that you can actually explain it. So there's really no exact time, you know, but then you just need to understand that you have dealt with that grief, and also make them understand reality. A lot of times we try to be overprotective and try to protect kids from knowing what it is, but guess what? We have kids nowadays that have brains that overwork. You know, they know these things.
They say some things and you're like,
yeah, you'll really be surprised what they understand these days. So yeah, pretty much what you need to do.
Because sometimes I wonder, I'm like, were we this smart and savvy? Were we just scared? We didn't want to talk about certain things with our parents. Yeah. Was it? I don't know, because I'm just like, hey, is it boldness? Is it confidence for them now? Or is just they're more aware, you know, they're more exposed to certain things? I don't know.
I think it's an evolution of time, right? You know, times have evolved, you know, things have changed. And, you know, what used to be scary way back, is now very relaxed. You know, parents are able to have open conversations with kids. You know, kids are not being shut up anymore. They're allowed to talk freely, right? And with that comes, you know, the ability for them to think and to question things and to be curious and to ask more questions. And so, yeah, it's just, I just think it's evolution of time, really.
Okay. Yeah. Curiosity.
Yeah.
Touching on curiosity. Well, how are you going to, we always talk about sex education here, and you're a girl dad with 2 girls.
Right.
I started early with my kids because I'm really a fan of, you know, give it bit by bit, let it just, you know, little things grow on you. Right. And then I don't know how it is, but with you as a dad and probably with a boy child, it would most likely be easier, because there are certain things you want to explain to him that you have experienced. Right. But are you leaving the sex education to the mom, or are you slowly easing the girls into it? How does it work for you? Because somebody's watching you and thinking, guy, what's he do? Or how you doing this? Because school us.
So I've been a fan of gender neutral conversations,
Okay.
whereby, and let me just touch briefly on that. So I'm not a person to say that, oh, this is meant to be done by a man or this is meant to be done by a woman.
Okay.
I believe that first off, we're all humans, right? And from there should come the need or the need to find ways to actually engage in these conversations, because sometimes you find yourself in a situation like this that you have to act and do something.
Yeah.
So what then gives? So with me, what has happened basically is that it's been a collaboration between me and their moms,
Okay.
right? And it's something we've incorporated books,
Okay.
and casual conversations, and these things don't come easy. They seem like they give you some sort of anxiety, and you're worried about how they're going to take it. Will they understand? But guess what? I mean, there are a lot of resources out there. I go on YouTube, I go on child psychology blogs to read and to learn how to have these conversations, and those have really, really helped.
Okay.
Books. A lot of Nigerian authors, have published books and that you can easily help guide this conversation.
Engage them.
So pretty much it's been interesting, and one thing that I also don't do is when they say something that seems weird. When I say weird, I mean maybe a little bit sexual. I don't usually shut them up, right? I try to find out why they've said that, and then I give them an explanation on why it may be wrong, or what it means, or why it is only reserved for adults and not for kids, right? So those are conversations we do have in a casual setting, rather than make it seem so serious and so, yeah.
Okay. Okay, which is great, because I know these conversations make some people uncomfortable. Even some women, they're like, oh, I don't want to have this conversation, or I'm not ready to have this conversation. And it's almost like I personally feel like the longer you leave it, the harder it becomes, because if you just chip it in bit by bit, like for my boy, it was almost like earlier, like, oh, don't let somebody touch you there. And then I know I had a conversation with my husband, and it was like, oh, don't tell him what it is. I'm like, no, he needs to know. So when it comes, it's not saying pee or tata. No, tell me what it touched. Like, let me know how to deal with this. Before I get to court now, someone say tata is not whatnot. No, he said that it touched me. Like, let's just deal with it head on. So I think I really, really I appreciate your stand on that, because resources have been great, and I know that there's so many things happening now, and we really, really need to educate ourselves. And I'm sure even in terms of relatives and some people having opinion about you being a girl dad, those are one of the things that they think like, how is he going to have the conversation with them?
Right.
There's a particular time it's going to come, you have to do certain things for them or buy them certain things. How is he going to do that? Speaking of which, I have bumped into you at a grocery store before, and you were shopping, and you were shopping for like pretty much everything. From hair stuff, I know you called me for, or what kind of, hair stuff, or and those things, like, I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I've said this to you. I just, a lot of times I look at you and I just want to say, I know you women don't judge me and say, oh, he's doing what he's meant to do. But I really appreciate it when I see people that are like proper hands-on and doing it also. Well done, Dotun. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm going to talk about seeing you buying hair stuff. How do you do this? Because I've caught you buying hair stuff, hair shampoo. I know I see all these things pop up on social media where you see guys packing the hair, slicking it, doing the, and I'm like, I don't understand. Do you go to YouTube to go and check how to do a ponytail, or how do you, because I see you buy cap, or you buy conditioner and shampoo and skincare. Don't let even go into that skincare, but I don't understand. Do you go to YouTube to
so
give me a run of your hair wash day?
Okay, so pretty much on an easy hair wash day, so I would warm up water, right?
Okay.
Put what's it called, shampoo, do the wash first with warm water, wash it all through, and then after that, then put the conditioner in, right? Condition it, then put it in, partition it into fours, right? And then
4C hair.
Then afterwards, I wash it out and put in leave-in conditioner.
Are you seeing my head?
Yeah, I see.
I see me nodding.
I see.
I'm getting it. You're getting
So
it.
I put it in leave-in conditioner, then I put it in knots and then allow it to sit, put a bit of
Dry.
oil. Yeah,
Oh my God.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Like that is rundown of a typical hair wash day, which, well done. And for me, it's like the whole girl dad thing. I know that it seems like, it's difficult, especially when it's just one party doing it. And you talk about family. Do you feel like in your whole run being a dad for a couple of years, do you feel like you get more interference because you're a girl dad, like family? Because as a mom, I get interference from maybe my mom, and I'm like, let me mom the way I want to mom. Like, just, do you feel like because you're a girl that you get that a lot, like, or you go out with your girls, like people look at you, and if I was a mom and I was going out with my kids, probably wouldn't get that kind of look.
Like I mentioned before, I'd always admit male privileged, right? And these things happen, and you get less judged as a man than women, unfortunately.
Even with two girls? People look at that. They don't look at that. Or they're just looking at you thinking, great, that man is taking his kids out.
Exactly. That's what, he's having a day out with his kids. Nobody cares, nobody starts to question what it is, but then if you put it in context, in different contexts, it might be different, like, okay, how are you so careless and you have two kids and you're single by yourself? So
that's why I've
had that a lot of times too. So and I always just laugh.
Do you care to explain? Don't. Never, ever. I don't.
So, I mean, I don't really, care to explain, so it's just what it is, and so pretty much that's it. Yeah.
You're talking about going to the mall. When the girls want to go to the bathroom in the mall, do you have to follow them?
So,
because that's another thing.
So that's one thing.
Do you ever go into the bathroom? Women are like, what are you doing here?
So I've had a bathroom emergency before, and and I've had to like announce I'm incoming, male incoming.
And what was that like?
People were like, they looked at me weird, and but I announced and I couldn't be bothered. I had to do what I had to do. So It's always fun,
It's fun, right?
Yeah, it is.
Fun.
I tell you.
Because I thought about it and I'm like, okay, if I go out with my boy, I just don't bother. I just go to the female bathroom because I'm like, well, how am I going to explain myself? But he's young and I'm sure, when he's older, he'll be able to go because I can't leave him unattended. And I've actually thought about it before, like, how does the attendant do that? Do you go into the,
Yeah, it's always good to leave people with a bit of...
Don't you think of taking them into the male bathroom?
No, that's weird, actually. So,
I know, right?
Yeah, because a lot of men are just like on the urinaries.
Don't take my mind there.
Right, so...
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, because now I just thought about it and I'm like, Tolu, what are you saying? Okay, thank you. Female bathroom it is. An announcement. Great. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break and we're going to be right back. Welcome back. We're still here in the studio and Dotun is still with us. So, Dotun, you have told me all about sex education, bathroom breaks, and everything. So I'm going to go into your relationship with your dad and things that you feel like you have learned from your dad that you pass on being a dad now. I know their time is different, but there's so many things I've learned from my mom, and there's so many things that I've also learned from my mom that I had to unlearn. So what are the things that you learned from your dad that you feel like you are still using, emulating with your girls right now?
One thing that comes out strong for me right now is the fact that there are conversations that you cannot have, right? And to dive in a little bit on that, I know that no matter how the situation was, no matter how bad it was, right? My dad was always in favor of having a conversation about it. Okay. Even if you've acted badly, he'd rather have a conversation with you about it. If I'm allowed to, I do recall one time when I was in secondary school and I was suspended from school because I was being naughty.
My African parents.
I know, right?
Boys.
And I was suspended, and my parents were invited to school to I wasn't even told I was suspended. They just called my parents to come to the boarding school to get me out. And
Okay.
and my dad sat through with the
Principal.
conversation with the vice principal and was saying, oh, you're hereby suspended for 2 weeks. You're going to go with your parents. And my dad didn't say anything. So on our way out, my mom was upset with him. Like,
Why
this boy has
didn't
done
you
something and
finish
he
him?
didn't even say nothing. And my dad said, I was more concerned about the quality of English the man was speaking.
Oh shit.
And, you know, my mom really got upset. I found that amusing. And when we got home, he then, you know, we had a conversation about what had happened. And he told me, you know, guess what? It's part of growing up. You do things you're not supposed to do, but what matters is to learn from it.
Okay.
So that has really guided the way that I relate with younger ones in general and my girls as well. You know, I tend to want to have conversations around what has happened or how to, you know, deal with whatever issues that we have. So that has really guided, you know, my thought about, you know, taking care of kids, basically. Yeah.
Okay. So that's great. Which I understand you know, picking that, because I think it's actually very vital. Because growing up, I think I had a phase where I felt like I wasn't heard. Like, I want to talk, and people, maybe because I had a lot of older ones, and they're like, you talk too much. Do you understand? And with my kids these days, sometimes I might not even be in the mood, and I'm just like, then I remember, like, you know, that's what used to happen to you. Then I used to feel, you know, unheard or unseen. Like, just come, like, what do you want to talk about? Like, talk about it, open your mouth. Or maybe I was like, well, can you give me, you know, a minute, and I'll come back to you and we can talk about it. So yeah, that's good. One other thing I was also going to touch on is, I know you now have your 2 girls and you lost your brother. If you had to take it back, let's say 10 years, what would you do differently? Just rewind. I give you power to rewind to 10 years. What would you do differently? 2 things.
Wow, that's tough, to be honest with you, because I pretty much appreciate where I am right now, right? But then again, if I had a chance to take it back 10 years, I think I would be more patient, right?
Patient.
Yeah. I think I'll be more patient. I think I would also have tried to prep myself for the challenges or whatever, if not challenges, for the responsibilities I had. You know, growing up, there was a lot of winging it. You know,
that's fun.
There was a lot of winging it. You know, just do it.
School, just enjoy party.
I know. So yeah. But then, as it is, such is life, basically. So
just get on with it.
Yeah.
Because for me, like, that part of just bringing it in, I think that's what also helps me as a mom, because I'm there, I'm doing my mom thing, and I'm just like, and then I see some people just, I'm like, we didn't do that. You know,
Yeah.
I had my good times, and it just makes up for it. I don't really feel like, you know. So yeah, I think it's just, you know, everybody and what they, you know, feel like works for them. So that's great. When was the last time you said I love you to your girls?
Oh, that's a mantra that we sing every now and then.
I love you.
I mean,
do you know what I'm asking? Because we are in the age of intentional parenting.
Right, yeah.
This might be weird, but Mom, I can't remember the last time you told me I love you. I don't think I've heard it from my dad as well before, but I try to say it to my kids, you know, a lot. And I'm asking you because you are a dad. There's this thing about dad being, you know, you have to be strong, but being strong and being a force or being, you know, a man does not mean you cannot have emotions. It's okay to say, I love you. And so when was the last time you said it?
That was yesterday. And
when they were going to bed?
No, it wasn't when they were going to bed. So I had gone to meet them where they were with their friends, right? And they have this thing when they're with their friends and I'm trying to call on to them. They're like, you know, doing shakara for me, like, for real? Are you serious?
Yeah, get into that.
Yeah, so what I did yesterday was to literally embarrass one of them with a kiss in front of her friends. I just went there and if I stop it, I was like, really? And I announced to every of her friends, like, I love you. And she looked at me like, whatever. Man. So yeah, I have that thing with them where, you know, where I want them to be expressive of their feelings, you know, and of course they can only be expressive when they see that happen around them. Yeah, so yeah.
Okay, so you're a single dad. You have 2 girls. You What do you do, Dotun?
I'm a business strategist. I'm
Okay,
a
you're
researcher.
business strategist.
Yeah.
Guys, it's a single guy. It's a business researcher. So he has two beautiful daughters. He's doing well. You are doing well, and you know what's the dating scene like for you? Because
Yeah.
now there are two girls that are
Yeah.
calling you. Where are you?
Yeah.
And they're waiting for you.
Right.
You know, you have work, you have your own personal life. What's the dating scene like? Were you dating? You know, just going out, meeting people, and doing your own thing.
Dating is pretty much.
Don't sugarcoat it. Don't.
No,
sugarcoat it.
well, it's
Say
pretty
it with your
much.
chest.
It's okay. Well, dating is pretty much how. Well, not exactly how it is with everywhere. Okay. It's a tough scene out there.
Okay.
Right? And it's usually because unlike our conventional situation where you're free to do what you want to do, here you have to be considerate of the fact that you have two humans that you're responsible, for, right? And that has to come into every decision you make when it comes to the type of person you associate with, and the type of or how long you can be away for, right? So those things have to come into play.
So you can't just pack a bag and go to Zanzibar.
You can't do all those things where you like, up and live with your goons and just disappear, like, except you have to, create that situation where you have people who care for them while you're away. But then, of course, what is the fun in that, But it
So
is fun living a life. But yeah, but the dating scene requires you to be very responsible and intentional, because you can't be hopping from one place to the other, because what happens is your kids get emotionally invested in whomever you're with, but then so because of that, you really have to take it seriously, and for single parents, both men and women, it's not usually a walk in the park. Women have it worse than men, right? Women have it worse. Men, it's always easy. I mean, there's a sect of people who find it, appealing.
You're responsible.
Having a kid and you're taking care of everything makes you look correct guy, that kind of thing. Yeah,
that's why I'm saying it. Like I said your name, I said what you do. I already told them. No, I told them he has 2 kids. So I'm like, okay, just in case.
Get out of here.
But I know what you mean about the dating. So. Do you think you have it in your plan to get married, like anytime soon?
Oh yes, I mean yes, yes I do actually, and all things being equal, I will. Yeah.
Okay, he wants to get married. All things being equal, so just in case this is I have
Okay, Tolu, what's your plan?
No, I don't have a plan, but here we talk to single moms, we talk to women. Single women, millennial women, young women, married, old, divorced, separated, you name it.
Right.
They are right here. It's a community of women.
Yeah.
They are right. They are watching us, and they might just like your smile, it doesn't matter. So I'm just putting this out there. So, but yeah, that's fine. This morning when you walked in, I saw your face. I saw your glow. You were glowing. And I thought it would just be with women,
right.
Like, so ladies, your skin is popping, what do you do? But you wanted to blind me with your glow. Now, my jar, my self-care jar is full, but I'm ready to push your own inside. Give me, what is your, because I was going to say, this guy doesn't even have time for himself, but no. You came in with a popping face. What's your self-care routine? Besides, I don't want to say, maybe I sleep well. Tell me. You mask, you scrub, exfoliate. Tell me.
All right, I do the basics. And unfortunately, men don't talk much about their skincare.
It's seen as a feminine thing, right?
It is usually seen, but it's
tell us,
it's actually gender neutral. So I just basically do the wash. Yeah, and I tone.
You don't want to talk about you tone.
Yes, I do. I use a toner and a few serums here and there. All right.
Here or there, like 2 or 3.
And
Okay.
sunscreen is very important as well.
Oh,
So yeah.
You do the sunscreen. He goes all out, ladies. He goes all out. So okay, this is fun, but we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to hear all about this skincare routine.
Oh.
Welcome back, and yes, we still have Dotun in the studio with me. And he was, before we went away, he was sharing. Why are you laughing? Where do you have that? That cricket smile. He was sharing his skincare routine with us. So I'm sure this skincare thing. When you look at yourself and when you finish, you're like, I feel like, okay. I guess if you do a little dance in front of the mirror, you can tell me.
Well, yeah, it depends.
And yeah, the day that is popping very well, you just be like,
you're like
correct.
Blind them.
You see, like that was your plan today, Abby. And I'm like,
no,
what happened?
I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so the way I'm in pursuit of the self-care thing, I saw a question that kind of triggered me, sort of, and it was a question that basically asked, what gives you joy? And I thought, I think I know what gives me joy. And then I took a step back and I'm like, no, I know what makes me happy. And when I went to check the definition of happiness and joy, I realized that happiness is almost like on the surface and joy is more intense. And I'm like, I'm still in pursuit of it. But I thought I'm going to put it out there. And I tend to ask most women that I meet, and then it's a joy to have you on our hot seat. And I was like, I was gonna ask you, because if you ask me what gives me happiness, I can tell you like 1,000,001 thing. But I feel like that joyful thing is, some will tell you that Christ gives you joy, or the Christianity. And I'm like, what else? Like, what gives you joy?
Well, like you said, joy is. It's not. It's on a deeper level.
Yeah.
And I feel what gives me joy is a collection of tiny forms of happiness. Right.
Okay.
So joy is an overall wholesome feeling, which is quite different from happiness, which might be for the moment.
Very fleeting.
Just for the moment or per situation or per circumstance. So I think for me it's a lot of things, family, love, fun, life, success, good stories, good vibes, So you roll all that into a huge ball, It gives you that warmth, which can translate into joy. Okay. That fluffy feeling.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Maybe I'll then, I can incorporate that.
Right.
But I'll probably just talk to a couple of people and ask, and then I can find my own thing. I need to, because I find happiness in a lot of things, and I'm like, is that? Maybe I guess you found your own. You roll everything.
I think it's it's a roll up of various things. You have small little wins here and there. You experience favor over there. You get excited about someone's joy, right? You encounter new grounds to break. A simple movie that is so beautiful,
and it just makes you...
ice cream, the collection of all those things mixed together gives you that warmth.
Why are you giving me this image? This image like...
I'm a visual artist.
Okay. I think that kind of works for me. I'll try to incorporate that. That's great. Okay, well, there's this parenting thing that we enjoy. I see when I didn't have kids, I used to see people do it, like, oh, my child is 18 months today, they're 24 and 2 days, and a couple of other things, like they put up like weird things like their kids wrote to them, and I'm like, But now, I think I understand. I said, what's the coolest dad gift that you've gotten? It could be, writing from school, because I know the schools, they try. Corona has not even, allowed them to thrive this time, Father's Day, they get these weird cards. And what's the coolest dad gift you? It could be from a friend. It doesn't need to be from the kids.
Yeah. I think it's I wouldn't say coolest. I'm allowed
Thoughtful.
to like mention about two. One thing that is the coolest that I've received is support from my friends.
Oh.
And family. I think it's the greatest thing ever, right? And one from the girls is a meal that very weird meal. It was cucumbers and ketchup sliced, and I was like, okay.
What is
cucumbers and ketchup? They had a very weird name for it, but it was
Did you have to eat it?
It was just the thought that I had to focus on, like the thought behind the action.
It was a meal.
Yeah.
With a picture of cucumber and ketchup.
No, they actually went to the kitchen, got out cucumbers, sliced them, and they sprayed ketchup on it, and that was a meal. And I didn't really understand, but I had to say thank you because it was
did you
thoughtful.
eat it?
I had to. No, you wouldn't say no.
Was it yummy? No, I'm thinking about
I dare not say otherwise.
No, I'm thinking about it. It's a weird combination, but cucumbers are kind of tasteless, so ketchup might give it a spice. So
come on, Tolu.
I like cucumbers, not like cucumbers. I like
I like
cucumber, the vegetable.
I like my soups and my pasta, but not cucumbers.
But you ate it.
I had to now. Did I have a choice?
No.
Did I have a choice?
I'm just saying, but
yeah.
I know like parents get that whole this weird gift because in my phone for the longest time I had this brown little paper.
Right.
I think I must have bought something and they had this thick brown paper and Elisa saw it and she said, that's great. I'm just going to, and she wrote I love you, and she put the heart, and I just looked at it. I had this transparent phone cover, so I always put it there. And sometimes when I'm having a weird day at work, I just look for it. Somebody loves me at least, So that is gonna lose my spirit. So I know parents get it, because if I wasn't a parent and somebody probably showed me that, I'd be like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like what? But there's a parenting connection that makes you understand such gifts. But yeah, in light of that, we on the Millennial Mum Show, we have a gift for you.
Oh.
Yes, we love you. I'm saying we because yes, we love you. We appreciate you. We see you, and we really, we women folk. I know a lot of people might think otherwise, but I live for the girl dad thing, because I don't know, growing up, a lot of people didn't get that girl dad. Some people got it, but not everybody got it. But I feel like millennials are doing better.
Right.
We are intentionally trying to, leave that connection and make it happen. So we appreciate you, we love you, we see what you're doing. I don't think I can say it enough. Well done, Dotun. It's a small package for you and the girls, and you can take your time. It's not a self-care package, because I know your self-care is on another level. So it's a very nice gift from us, and it's for you and the girls. You can have your quiet time. This time is not ketchup, it's not cucumber. You can have your time, sit down, relax, enjoy. It's a guilty package. Yes, so you can just open it and enjoy. Yes, enjoy.
Thank you
I know
much,
that the girls are going to miss you at home today, so we have something in there for them. So when they say, where have you been? I'm like, got you something. You people don't even know where I've been. But yes, that is from all of us on the Millennium Show, and we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming here, because you don't get that coming all the time. And my ladies, thank you for watching me. Thank you for also just enjoying my time and my talk with Dotun. He said, I told you himself, he's single. He's, I won't drop his Instagram handle, but his name is Dotun Adedoyin. Yes, that's his name. And like I said earlier on the show, we do not discriminate here. Single dad, single mom, And dad, this is also an opportunity for you. Watch us. You can learn a thing or two, talking to your girl child, just knowing how your woman feels, because sometimes women come here and they say it with their chest, they say it with their mind. So yes, that is it on the Millennial Mum Show today, and today is our dad special. I was excited about this and I had fun. I hope you had fun too. So we'll be tweaking it up 1 or 2 times. You just never know. And do well to follow us on our social media handles popping up on your screen, and let's build that little community there, talk. You never know, you might be the one on my hot seat. So till I come back, it's still me, Tolu, the Millennial Mom, and keeping a super Millennial Mom and dad too. Okay, bye. I love you.